This is exactly what you need to know about Pinterest to make it work for your business. It can actually become an incredible platform for growth, lead gen, traffic, and even revenue and profit. Today I am interviewing Tereza Toledo, who is a Pinterest marketing expert, in my opinion, the best Pinterest marketing expert I've ever spoken with. And she's a content creation mentor who helps business owners and creators build their online presence with her pioneering Pinterest strategies. Today's is a member of my mastermind and mentorship for freelancers, the Social Click, which you can learn more about beneath this video, above this video, or at rachelpedersen.com/podcast. And since joining, her business went from basically like nada to Prada in 3 to 4 years, from charging $300 per month to $3,000 monthly doing a similar amount of work. She went from barely being able to pay for the click to over $125,000 per year, 2 years in a row, while working less time than before. And she's also been featured on Business Insider, on Jay Shetty's social media course bonus trainings, and she's built her platform on multiple channels. Let's dive into this interview. Tereza, I am so excited to have you here today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here. It is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to talking about everything with you.
Now, I'm excited on several levels for this this interview. Um, earlier this year, I mentioned that I believed that Pinterest was quite possibly one of the single most overlooked, most valuable platforms that business owners can build on. Do you want to share just a little bit about why Pinterest is so stinking valuable?
Well, the very first thing is because it's underused because people don't understand it. Now, let's rephrase the underuse. It's not underused by people. People are using it. It's underused by businesses. And the main issue is that they don't understand how it works. They don't see how it fits in their, in their sales journey, right? But Pinterest has a very special place when people are discovering new products, new ideas, and making decisions when they're still not ready to take action. So it does have it, and also has Pinterest pretty much offers you a full funnel experience. So from the moment where they don't even know what they're looking for to the moment that they are considering ideas, and then when they decide to make that final decision.
Which is huge. And if I recall correctly, Pinterest has some of the highest salaries for their users, like the demographics have higher salaries.
Yes. We also see bigger and larger baskets. When people are adding to cart, another beauty that we see is that the searches are 97% unbranded, which means people are not looking for specific names and brands, but they're looking for ideas, for solutions. So that makes it, the perfect opportunity for everyone with a product, with a solution, with a good idea to come in and offer and put it out there.
One of the things that I love that you said is sometimes it seems like business owners can't quite figure out how to just integrate it into their marketing ecosystem. But I want to highlight something that's really big, and I hope you're cool if we just go here. Your word for this year is transformation. So the first question I have is, what does that mean to you? And I know it's going to evolve throughout the year, but what does that mean to you? And then I want to talk about how it relates to business.
So not just for business, but for life, I feel that this year is not a year of clarity, a year of growth. I've done those before and they were beautiful, but it's a year, okay, how do we transform what we have? And not necessarily in a way that you are going away with what's done. It's how we add up. How do I become who I am meant to be? So in life, that can be through self-acceptance, doing what gives me joy, choosing who I want to engage with, where I want to go, where I want to be, what I want to, from the simple things, not just I have to do this, but I want to do this. I want to feel this. I am setting boundaries and I am being way choosier. because after all, time is limited, right? Until when are we going to wait to decide to do what makes us feel good? So that's on personal life, and that spills over business life, because it's almost, who do I want to serve with joy and excellence? And it's not saying that I am so good that nobody deserves me. No, that's not the point. But there are people that you can serve them better because they have a similar mission to you, because you believe in what they're offering, because the energy is there, because they put in the same work that you put in. So I'm looking at current clients. I have clients that they're such a joy to work with. And it's almost like, hey, if you can, if something happens and you need me to work another month or two with no charge, I will do that for you, because working with you is beautiful. I see you making it happen with me. So you're not just sitting and waiting for me to make a miracle happen for your business through Pinterest. So this makes it really, really powerful and intentional. So I want to bring this for my business, for life, for everything. And I think that's the transformation now. How does it look like? I don't know yet. And I was thinking about clarity this morning before coming in this call. I had a year where I looked for clarity. Maybe there is no such a thing as clarity. Maybe we don't need clarity.
I want to second that. It's been a year of transformation. Yeah. I don't know that we need clarity. I think clarity is what we decide. And before we can even necessarily see it all. I love that so much. I'm going to message you after this for sure.
So I was thinking about this. So it's just, how about we just, yes, we have a place where we're going to arrive. Yes, we have a goal. We have our intentions. We know what we want, what we don't want. And what if we just let that transformation happen and get there, so we can see what it is to see, so we can just let it be. Fun fact, which aligns, and it's just a physical manifestation. About 6 months ago, I decided to stop dyeing my hair. Oh my God, why are we so afraid of those darn itty bitty gray hairs? Why? Why do they have this power over us? And I said, I want to see what it is to see. What is the worst that can happen? Nothing. So I've been letting my hair grow. Of course, I still go to the hairdresser in the same 6 weeks appointments. I still do hair treatments. I'm just not coloring it. And I am loving what's coming. It's so unexpected and it's so different. And so, hey, this is new. This is me. This is exciting. I like that.
I love that so much. And one thing that's really interesting, I'm going to try to tie, even though that's like a deeper philosophical question, I'm going to try to tie it back to Pinterest.
We can go back. Don't worry. We can make the way back. We're not lost.
Yes. So one of the things that I really think about a lot is when business owners are trying to brainstorm where they want their presence to be on social media, it's almost like they're in it. And so like each thing that they add, they're seeing it as another thing, another added pressure, when sometimes you almost have to like pull yourself back and almost like up out of the weeds and then look at the business and be like, okay, here are the platforms that we can focus on. Because when you're in it, it can feel like adding Pinterest, adding TikTok, adding these different platforms to build your business. It's overwhelming. When the truth is, Pinterest doesn't need to take 2 hours a day, does it?
No. And then now when we, when we think about the transformation, and I'm seeing not just a transformation within Pinterest, but a transformation on how we should or could be using Pinterest. I've been seeing this transformation last year, and what was going on last year is different than what's going on this year. And that brings me to the possibility that for people who are already working on other platforms, I'm not saying the person who is not working anywhere. If you're not working anywhere, maybe Pinterest is not the place for you to get started, okay? Because it's not going to take you as far as you want to be as fast. However, when you're already working, you can add it. Of course, you will need to make tweaks. You will need to have an understanding of how the platform works. After all, it's not just another social media quote. right? Because it's not even social media that you add to what you're doing, but it is a visual search engine where you create your profile, and when done properly, and you're planting your seeds and parking your content there and just planting and letting it grow and let it transform as it can transform, it becomes really powerful because it's timeless, it is evergreen. It does, like you said, it will not take you 2 hours a day. It will not take you connecting with people and engaging and answering and following whatever it is that you want to do. It will not. And now we are at this beautiful point where technically everything can be scheduled. And until recently, not everything was scheduled, but now everything is. And we are seeing beautiful results with a smaller volume of content. So it's, if you're not ready to take that leap, that step, or not all businesses are ready where you're going to go all in because your product is making already an impact there and you need to scale that. But you can totally organically start planting those seeds, repurposing what you have as long as you are tweaking and adjusting it properly, and you just let it be there. And you start seeing the results. And still, Pinterest is that big traffic driver. I'm not sure how I like this word, but let's say websites visit generator. That sounds prettier, but that will, it will attract those new people that are still in that awareness level, that are still in the consideration level, that are also ready to take action and bring them to your solution, to your product, and to your website.
One of the things that you just highlighted, and I want to also highlight it, is that Pinterest is not necessarily the top of funnel. It's an intent-based platform. And I want to second, third, fifth this again and again for everyone who's listening. As much as I love TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, they're great. They're all more passive platforms.
Yes.
So people are scrolling. But like YouTube, Pinterest is truly a search platform, not a social platform. Wouldn't you agree, Tereza?
Yes, and if you think about it, the behavior of the person that's using Pinterest, the person is not there every day. Okay, the person may not be there daily, like, multiple times a day, like we do on TikTok or we do on Instagram. But remember, the intention is different. You don't go to Google just to see what it is to see. You don't do that on YouTube. You don't do that on Pinterest. You go there when you already have something in your mind, when you are planning, what are you going to do, what are you going to wear, what are you going to cook. You don't just go mindlessly scrolling. So you may see that there are at certain points less people using it at the same time when compared to other platforms. However, they are using it with an intention. They are there because they want to find things to do, things to try, things to buy. You see the pause here, right? You heard the pause. So they're not there to connect with their family, to find out what people are doing. No, they already have something. They're already planning something. They're already thinking on something that they will have to do, that they will have to try, that they will have to buy.
Yes. Oh, this is incredible. And I know that this is probably like mind-blowing for a lot of people who are listening to this, because up until recently, I feel like a lot of people have thought Pinterest was just a platform you just kind of threw some stuff up on, and it was a social platform for browsing. But we really clarified a lot, and I think this is the transformation a lot of business owners are looking for, especially for those who are like, we're looking for people with the intent to, what'd you say, try, buy,
and buy.
Do. Oh, that's so good.
If you just think about it, and it's one thing that I'm really appreciating from Pinterest itself is how they are investing on this, on making the platform shoppable, making the platform easy, making the platform this full funnel solution. And also supporting businesses. It's very interesting how Pinterest is opening up to support and educate. Not just, yes, we do have the creator side, but it feels that for the longest time, the business part was missing.
Yes.
And now Pinterest is investing a lot on that. And when I say investing a lot, it's not just under the expectation that we are going to be advertising. Yes, they would love for us to advertise. They hold our hands to advertise, but that's not the only way to benefit.
Yep.
This is just a part of the equation.
This is so good. Tereza, you have an amazing, valuable resource for people who are listening because I know they're going to want to learn more. And we will, of course, link to that above this video, below this video, or at rachelpedersen.com/podcast. What can people learn from this resource?
So to be honest, I have a lot of resources. I love providing resources, but this specific one, it pretty much shows you the ways that you can monetize with Pinterest. Because another thing, for the longest time, we were always afraid of talking about monetization with Pinterest, making money on Pinterest. And now Pinterest just like, hey guys, it's okay. As a creator, as a business, we can sell on Pinterest. And I am not talking about creator monetization. That's not exactly something that's happening anymore on the way that we see on other platforms. Let's not go there. But there are several ways in which creators, business owners can definitely, put their content out there and see, a return on that while also building their online presence and also building their community there.
Oh, I love this so much. So you guys can grab that resource. And I've linked to Tereza's socials as well. So you can check her out because you're going to want to binge it. She gives out so much great information. And she also has a few different ways that you can work with her. You can check that out on her website. Tereza, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. And I want to see more people coming into Pinterest.
It's time. It's time. And thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.